Hey goddesses, it's Rachel Abby and thank you so much for stopping by at my channel. I do videos all about law of attraction, adulting, natural hair, yoni steaming and tons of other stuff. So if any of those are of interest to you, please subscribe. And today I wanted to do an adulting video. I thought it would be helpful if I share with you the steps that I am taking in 2020 to save for my house deposit. Now, a lot of you know that I have been saving for my deposit since, I think it's been since September of 2018. I've been getting the dates wrong in some previous videos. I've been saving up for my house deposit since September of 2018 because I remember I paid off my student loans first and then I began saving. So it has been about a year and a half, should I say, and I just decided to take a step back and think about, okay, what have been the really concrete steps that have really made a massive impact in terms of me saving for my house deposit? Because of course you're probably in the same position right about now. You're probably saving for your house or your flat, and you're thinking like 2020 is the year that you finally want to be able to move out of your parents' home and purchase your first property. So I'm just going to share with you 7 steps that I personally have been using over this past year and a half or so to save up for my deposit. Hopefully you find it helpful. If you do, make sure that you leave a comment below and share with you the insight that you've gained from this video, and also subscribe to the channel because it'll be so lovely for us to grow this wonderful YouTube family. Okay, so let's dive into the tips. Number 1 is setting up a standing order. This was probably, yes, it was the first step that I took towards saving up towards my house because it just made sense. A lot of us don't have the self-control to just leave money in our current account, in our bank account, and not touch it. So for me, I just knew I had to set up a standing order. Essentially that's like an automatic monthly reoccurring payment that goes straight from your current account into a savings account. So it means every single month I know that I'm going to be saving a certain amount of money, and I don't need to do anything for that money to move from my current account to my savings account. It just goes into the savings account on the same day of each month, every single month, and that's that. I don't need to even think about it. I don't even see that money. As soon as I'm paid, the next day it goes from my current account into my savings account. And what it's meant for me is that it just means that I'm saving for sure, like guaranteed. I'm not touching money that I should be saving and putting towards the house. That money is just going straight into my savings account. And just setting up this standing order means that you know, there's just self-control there. It's really good if you want to be really intentional about saving for your house, but you just know that if you saw the money in your current account, you'll just spend it at H&M or on Boohoo, or you'll just go out to eat tons during the month, and then you won't have any money left at the end of the month to put towards your house deposit. So for me, setting up a standing order has been a game changer because it means that I know every single month I'll be saving at least this amount of money. And then if for whatever reason I have extra money left at the end of the month, then of course you can decide to put even extra into your savings account. But having a standing order is a surefire way to know that at least you'll be saving X amount of money at the end of every month. And what it really helps with as well, if I can get the words out of my mouth, what it really helps with as well is you being able to forecast, you know, in like 12 months time or 24 months time, this is how much money I would have saved in my savings account, and therefore this is the amount of money that I would have at least to put towards my house deposit. So it enables you to also forecast into the future, which is really helpful when it comes to working out what priced house you may be able to afford when you're ready to buy. The second thing that I have done that has really helped towards me saving up for my house deposit is watching YouTubers who make home related videos. So I kind of like did a YouTube search. So I used a search bar and I searched videos about, you know, buying my first home, buying my first property, help to buy ISA, stuff like that. So essentially I just trying to find YouTube channels or YouTubers who made house related videos, because when we're watching other people of similar age, similar experience, who are doing similar stuff or who have similar goals, it really helps us keep motivated. So I have come across channels like Jade Van Riel, like Grace Anastasia, like Style with Substance, and I've even watched YouTube videos of people, you know, their moving day, so them moving into their first home, or them getting the keys, or them talking to their mortgage broker about, you know, people just vlog all of this stuff, and it's really handy and I guess inspiring to actually watch people on their journeys and seeing them take you with them in terms of them checking out houses and, you know, looking upstairs and looking at layouts and choosing flooring, or, you know, it's just really, really handy. So I think watching YouTubers has helped me a lot, especially YouTubers who make home related, moving out, saving for mortgage related content, because it really helps us keep being inspired and remain motivated on this journey towards saving for our house deposit. But then it also helps us create the vision of what our future life will be like, what it will be like on the day that we're actually moving out of our parents' home into our house. It helps us create the vision of, okay, what will the whole mortgage saving, getting a mortgage process be like, and it just helps bring it into our reality a lot sooner, makes it feel a lot less stressful and unclear, and it just helps attract what we really want into our lives. So definitely follow my channel if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and also do your own quick YouTube search of other YouTubers who are making home related content, because that will definitely keep you motivated on your savings journey. So the third step that I have taken towards saving for my house deposit is I have used an online mortgage calculator to actually work out the type of home that I can afford. So you've probably done this already, but you may have not. So it's really helpful to use a site like Money Saving Expert to go online and use a mortgage calculator, because yes, you may be saving up X amount of money each month for a deposit, but you also need to work out how much you can afford in terms of how much a bank or a mortgage lender will be willing to actually lend you, because, you know, once you put your salary in and then, you know, the calculator works out how much you may be actually be lent in terms of a mortgage, then you can use that calculation to work out how much you know, what kind of houses, what kind of priced houses or flats you should be looking at. So it really helps, using these online mortgage calculators really helps bring this, just make this process more real, because when you eventually come to the fantastic day when you're actually going to view properties, you need to be realistic about knowing what actually can you afford, what is in your budget. So that's why these online mortgage calculators are really, really so useful, because it kind of gives you a rough estimate of how much a bank will actually lend you in terms of a mortgage, and then therefore what kind of houses, what kind of prices you should be looking at. So definitely use one of those calculators, because again, it helps just really make this process more real for you, and helps you actually, you know, when it comes to you searching online and looking online, you can be a lot more targeted in terms of, okay, this is the kind of flat I may be able to buy, or this is the kind of house I may be able to buy. So a fourth thing that I have done that has really helped me in terms of this whole mortgage saving process has been going online and making a list of new build developers. Now, I know me and my partner, we know for sure that we want to buy a new build home. We just love how they look and also there's some other pros to new builds, but I think it's really clear to get clear in your mind about what kind of home you may actually want to purchase, whether you want an old Victorian terraced house, or you're going for a flat or a new build. Just get really clear essentially, because again, when it comes to attracting and creating these things in your mind, the clearer you are about what you want, then the more targeted you can be in your approach in terms of working towards your goals. So for me and my partner, we know we want to buy new build homes. So what I did is I just went on Google and I just Google searched new build developers, and then I came up with a list of about, I think it was about at least 10 developers, so literally companies that, you know, buy plots of land and they build new build homes, so that when we are actually ready to start going out there and looking at properties and viewing properties, we know, you know, what new build developer websites to go on in terms of, okay, we need to know, like, are you building any plots right now? Do you have any properties available? It just makes the whole process later on down the line a lot easier if you know where to start in terms of starting to view properties. And then again, it just helps make this whole process a lot more tangible and real for you, because every step of the process is now becoming more clear for you. You're actually able to visualize what your potential home may look like, or where it may be, or what the surrounding areas may look like. So it really helps you not only get clear about what you want, but it also helps keep you motivated and helps you really draw this and attract this new home into your life. So the fifth thing that I have done that has really helped me on my whole savings journey is I got really clear about what this whole house buying process looks like every single step that it involves. So, and the way I did this was literally watching a ton of YouTube videos of people who explained every step of the process, and I wrote it down as all of these YouTubers were talking until I had a list that I felt really confident that yes, this kind of like lists out probably, if not all, but the main steps in the journey towards you getting the mortgage in principle, and then you getting your keys on completion day, and then you moving in. So I think again it's really helpful, especially if you are really big on, you know, law of attraction and actually manifesting your dream home, to get really clear about each step of the process. And I probably may create some kind of worksheet or free e-guide and list it in the description box over time, but it just really helps, because when a process or something is very like mysterious or misty, and you're not able to picture everything that you'll be doing, everything that is required in order for you to get your dream home, it kind of makes it harder for you to manifest this over the course of time. So I think there's no harm in you watching a few videos or checking out, you know, any free online guides that list out every single step required for you to get a mortgage in principle and then, you know, move into your home, because that helps, you know, make this feel more achievable for you if you can mentally or even physically prepare yourself for the various steps that are required for you to get your home. So that's what I did. I made a list of all the steps that seem to be required for me to get a house, and I made that list. I saved it on a Google Doc, so whenever I feel like just looking over it or reminding myself of what I need, or if I want to do like a visualization exercise, I can just go to that list and then visualize whatever, you know, choose a certain item from the list and then just visualize that step in the journey to make myself feel more motivated and like, yes, I can achieve this. I can picture the day when I'm talking to the developers about choosing my flooring, or I can picture the day where I'm speaking to mortgage brokers about different mortgage products, or I can picture the day where I'm speaking to the solicitor and asking them, have you done the surveys yet, speaking to them about their fees. It just makes all of this house buying stuff a lot more tangible, and that's what you want to feel. That's what you want for this process to be as simple and as clear for you as possible. And then related to that as well is getting clear about all the additional fees that you will need to spend money on and that you'll need to save money for. So it's not only about saving up for your deposit, we also need to have money set aside for stuff like the solicitor fees, for furniture, for any other fees that are related that may come up in this whole house buying process. So again, I got really clear about all the various fees that I'll also need to pay for in addition to the actual mortgage deposit itself, so that, you know, I know what I also need to be saving up for, and hopefully we're not met with any nasty surprises. So that will be really helpful for your planning as well, and for you also to be feeling more prepared and more confident about being actually able to afford your first home. And then the seventh thing that has really helped in terms of me saving up for my house has been opening up a lifetime ISA. Now, I know that we used to have the Help to Buy ISA that was available up until November of 2019, but unfortunately that has now closed to new members. So the only one left, the only kind of governmental scheme left that enables us to get a government bonus towards buying our first home is the Lifetime ISA. I can't remember when I opened up my Lifetime ISA, but I believe it was in 2018 that I opened mine up, and I probably will leave a link below that explains what the Lifetime ISA actually is. But essentially it is a savings account that you can open up, and you can put money in there every month. There is a maximum, of course, but you can use the bonus that you get from the government towards either buying your first home or towards your pension when you retire. So you have the option, but I think a lot of millennials are opening up a Lifetime ISA to contribute towards saving towards their first home, and I think the maximum yearly bonus you can get on a Lifetime ISA is £1,000, but don't quote me on this. You definitely need to do your own research. But yeah, what I do is, again, I just set up a direct debit. So every month, and this is in addition to the standing order that I have, in terms of money going towards my savings account in my bank. So in addition to that, I have money going into my Lifetime Savings ISA every month. So it's kind of like two ways of saving, and essentially the Lifetime ISA enables you to get free money from the government, which is really, really handy. So if you haven't considered additional ways to save more money towards your deposit, definitely for sure consider opening up a Lifetime ISA, and then bear in mind that there are pros and cons, or like limitations. So for example, I believe that you need to have had your Lifetime ISA account open for at least a year before you're able to withdraw money and put it towards your house deposit, and that limitation doesn't exist, or didn't exist with the Help to Buy ISA. But I think there are quite a few. For me, the pros of having one outweighs the cons, and I knew when I opened my Lifetime ISA that I wasn't gonna buy a house in less than a year, so that wasn't really a con for me. But yeah, definitely have a read about Lifetime ISAs. Think about it, discuss it with your parents or your partner or whoever you feel is a trusted advisor that you have. But I definitely think it's a no-brainer, especially if you're not in any rush to buy your house within the next 12 months. So yes, so those are 7 ways that I personally have been using towards saving up to buying my first home. I think it's once you have these steps in motion, once you put these processes in place, I really do feel like it removes a lot of the anxiety and uncertainty and worry about saving up for your home. I just think these steps make it the process a lot easier and a lot more, certain. So that's why I wanted to share them with you today, because they've really been helping me, and I feel like we need as much advice as possible when we're in the whole process of saving up for our home and buying our first home. So I do hope you found this video helpful. Definitely leave a comment below to let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you've got any questions for me personally, or if you've just got any words of wisdom yourself that you'd like to share with anyone else. Also, follow me on Instagram, because I have a Law of Attraction account on Instagram, so follow me on that if you want even more guidance and motivation and Law of Attraction principles that you want to start putting to use in your own personal life to help you achieve your goals. But yeah, I guess just for now, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I will definitely continue to make more adulting and Law of Attraction videos, so definitely keep an eye out for that. For now, I will love you and leave you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care.